It's 10:43 a.m. Sunday, June 6, 2021. What is the process of the DNA ICUC? I wanted to explain this in detail for people that are getting it now or want to get one later. I have closed the DNA ICUCs that I'm going to do because I'm shutting down. I'm finally dying, but it's not from help with from the other side. The light just flickered. They were saying, yes, we are helping you, and I'm saying, well, whatever. Oh, they're not going to leave me here. That's what that's about. Anyway, one reason I do this DNA ICUC, one of the most important reasons, the most important reason, is to make you strong enough to where you can see the other side and talk with others. That's, the other part of the other important reason is because you need to be stronger to talk with ETs. The more people that are really strong and can communicate telepathically, the better communication that this planet's going to have with other people who've been living here for 11 million years, some ETs and ET hybrids, and all the new ETs that have just come in. I'm going to finish off the last DNA ICUCs, but after I'm gone and everything settles down, Deanna and some of the family members will be doing some DNA ICUCs. You'll hear about it, find out about it. You'll be led to someone to get it done. Deanna's very strong with balanced energy, but she's not the only one that's going to be doing it. Anyway, see, the thing is, because she's got so much of my energy, even though she's female, she's 99.7 female and 0.3% male for me, 99.7% Lilly and 0.3% me, Arae. And myself, I'm like 97.3% male and 2.7% female. So that came from Lilith. Anyway, I want to explain the procedure, how it happens, what goes on. We get together, talk for a couple of minutes, see what's going on, what's happening. If I see something that's important in your life, I want to tell you about it. Something I see happening that's being set up, I'll let you know, answer some questions that you have. Even though the quote-unquote energy work is free, it does take a lot of time in a consultation. So then after we talk and then do the DNA ICUC, if there's extra time, we talk about whatever, new questions you have. This is different. This has never been offered anywhere on any planet, any time ever in the history of creation. Okay, now we start. I want you to feel your energy. Your hands are farther apart than this, but I have to put them in the video. I want you to feel your energy shells. You put your hands like your palms and fingertips where the energy flows in and out of your body. So you aim them at the middle of your head, but you go put your hands way out and you slowly come in a little bit, but it's not this close, it's farther away. But you might wind up this close. In the beginning, I want you to feel your energy. I want you to know we don't start until you're confident with what you're feeling. And then I go into you. I put my energy on the inside of you and spread it out through your body. And then I also go into your core. I might do one before the other, it doesn't matter. I go into your core and put some of my energy in your core. I never put my spirit into anyone. I put my energy in. There's a difference. There's no character, there's no personality, there's no person in there, just the energy coming off the person. Okay? Excuse me. So after putting the energy in your core and then putting it inside your body and spreading it out. Usually I go core first and then through the body. And when I put it in your body and open up, I'm literally see your spirit inside, and we usually talk. And if your spirit tells me something I think that, you'd like to know, or that, is important, then I tell you right away. And then from there we go into the brain. And we work on the pineal, the pituitary, the hypothalamus, excuse me, the upper crown, middle crown, lower crown. I open up your crown, I clean it and open it up, make it huge. Instead of a little thing over here, it comes to where it's like a lot of men when they're going bald and they have a little hair over the ears, that hairline, that's how big the crown gets. Your scanner field gets stronger. I work on the scanner energy. I work on the full brain itself. You'll feel it as I go through. When I go inside your body and I work on your core to put the energy there, that's also working on your solar plexus. When I go into your body and spread the energy out through your body, that's working on the heart. So I'm working on your three power areas: solar plexus, heart, and the brain, pineal, etc. Okay, so then after I do that, and then plus every once in a while I go through there and I take energy. It's literally unicorn energy. It can't stay in negativity. It's like a rinse. Like you ladies, when you wash your hair and everything and then shampoo it, whatever, and then you rinse it out to get all the dirt and whatever out of it. That's what it's like. I put that through and I rinse the frequencies in your body. I'll do that at the very beginning also. But not until you feel your energy. First you have to feel your energy so you know what's going on before I mess with you, before we start messing around, before I start working on you and putting some of my energy in you. At different stages, we're going to stop. And I'm going to ask you to feel your energy again. And when you feel it, then you'll know for yourself. When you feel it and it increases, you'll know that, okay, something happened. And if nothing else, when we're done, depending on how many times we do this, when we're done, you're going to try to feel your energy. I shouldn't say this because it's like setting you up to think that it's true. You feel it differently at the end, and I'll tell you, I'll explain that when we're having the consultation. But every time when you feel your energy growing, your energy field, it's like a shell barrier. As you feel that shell grow, then you know something's going on. And well, maybe Jay's not making me stronger and everything else. Well, hey, the guy's in my head, in my body, and now my energy field is bigger. So something's happening. At least you have that. Over time, you're going to understand for yourself. You're going to know for yourself. Understanding is knowing. You'll understand that, you're different. It takes a total of 8 years for your DNA to finish changing. And it doesn't change, like people get a $20 DNA test. I mean, what does that tell you? You have a little Hispanic in you, you have a little Romanian in you, you have some English from England in you, Peruvian, whatever. It gives you basically stuff about heritage. When you pay more money and you get a more thorough DNA test done, I had one done Oh, 40 years ago. And let's see, 35 years ago, about 35 years ago. And back then it cost $500. You know, that's the second time I've turned that phone off. That's crazy. Anyway, like I said, the easiest thing for, that was a previous video, but the easiest thing for the other side to manipulate is electrical items. Anyway, and you know, that test back then, that was $500 back then. That's got to be at least $1,000 now. That looked at specific markers that were in my DNA, and when my lawyer looked at it, looked at the results, he had said that you know, that, well, it was a paternity thing, and he said, your son's your son. Because he told me ahead of time, if it comes out like 80%, we're going to have to go with it. And he came back and said, it's over 94%. So it's that's your son. He goes, but you have some strange DNA. You have really strange markers in there they didn't understand. They couldn't relate it to anything. Well, that's because I'm a hybrid. Deanna is too. Anyway, so now after we after I go through you and do the crown and, you know, pinning, all that stuff, the different crowns, etc., yada 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 yada, and then at that point always I wait for you to feel your energy. Then we do the hard DNA change part of it. The first part is cleaning you, cranking you up, making it a whole lot stronger, putting a ton of source energy inside you, and then, excuse me, turning around, excuse me, letting you feel the difference, and then going inside and doing the DNA work. Now I go inside the middle of your brain, basically the middle of your brain. There's a specific gland that where your DNA is formatted, and I've never said it, and I never will. That's the lungs. I go in there and I reformat your DNA. It's like changing the software, the programming. And then from there, I build that out through the rest of the brain, which is like the factory that produces the DNA. And then from there, I spread it out through the body. It's 3 stages. And then once I'm done with that, I get you to feel your energy again. And every time, depending on how many times I do it, I've done it. If nothing else, when we get to that point, there's a whole different way you have to feel your excuse me, there's a whole different way you need to feel your energy fields. The following days, maybe a month or two afterwards, you'll feel your brain changing. Okay, that's normal. It's more pressure later than when I go into you and do it. Now, that doesn't mean it's all painful and everything. It's not. But there's like a stiff head feeling that comes as you change. I mean, this is real. Okay. I've never failed to crank someone up. Never. Never. Over 2,000 times. Never. Never. Not once. Always successful. It's for me, it's a simple thing to do. It's because of what I am. I'm no better than nothing else. I am what I am. I often say I'm like Stone Mountain here in Atlanta. It's what, about 1,600, 1,800 foot tall, foot tall rock that's above ground, solid granite. You can kick me, you can hit me with a hammer, you can shoot me with a gun, you can blow up an atomic bomb over me, and I'm still there. So I'm different. I'm your oldest brother, and Lily is your oldest sister. And we both have nothing but love for everyone and everything until they attack something else, and then we don't care about it at all. It means nothing except for being garbage that needs to be, gotten rid of. Now, she'll take the time to look at something, and then, if she thinks somebody can be fixed, helped, whatever, with the issues that they have, or they want to improve themselves, and fine, we take care of that. All of what exists everywhere as far as beings, that was your God. What was wanted you to call it God, calling itself God. The original first being, both halves. So, anyway, the information's in the books too. It can be hard to follow me sometimes because of the way my thought process is literally all over the place. I can't help it. The field is part of me, and I'm always all over the place. Also, before I run, I wanted to mention that even though I'm not doing these DNA ICUCs beyond the taking care of those in the waiting list, those spheres, they crank you up hard. They pull more of you inside you. The video that was in front of this, I'll link it to the end of this one, and this one to that one. In the other video, I explained how the stone energy works. It makes you stronger. It's like lifting weights and taking hellacious vitamins at the same time. And that's why you're sleeping. That's why you're awake. If it's near you, it's doing it. And that never comes out. When you buy the spheres, clusters, the star arsenite stone, the other stones, when you buy them, that energy stays there. They just keep cranking you up. Your kids, their kids, their kids, their kids. It'll last forever. Anyway, folks, look, love you. Take care. I hope I did a decent job of trying to explain what the actual DNA ICUC consult entails. Things are changing. The earth and everyone on it are going to evolve. But the people that I crank up are the ones that are really going to evolve quickly. The rest has to happen over hundreds of years. Just not the people that I crank up or that get cranked up. Love you, folks. Take it easy and have a good one.